We are the creators of our lives, and every experience we have begins as a tiny seed of a single thought. This is why it's so important to gain control over the thoughts of what we call the mind, because any thought you entertain is going to grow, it's going to increase, expand. Anything you give energy to, the energy of your attention is going to grow and expand. So we have the control to choose which thoughts we entertain, which thoughts we give attention to, and which thoughts we ignore. And it's vital, it's so important to become experienced and to become a master at choosing which thoughts you give attention to and which thoughts you ignore. The entire game of life is won in that arena right there, the arena of thought control. So just a quick example, if you have a negative discouraging thought and you give attention to it, you're going to have more negative discouraging thoughts. And if you keep giving attention to those negative discouraging thoughts, after a short period of time, they're going to affect how you feel. You may have been feeling great before you had that one negative thought. And now, after giving attention to several negative thoughts, now you don't feel good anymore. You may be feeling miserable, depressed, discouraged, anxious, fearful, worried, concerned, doubtful. If you continue to give attention to those negative thoughts and they manifest into negative feelings, they will then manifest into negative actions. And these negative actions will manifest into negative results, negative consequences. But you could have that same negative thought and completely ignore it. You don't have to give attention to any thought that you don't want to give attention to. When you have a thought, before you give attention to it, you should ask yourself, is this how I want to feel? Right? Negative thoughts will only produce negative consequences. Positive thoughts will produce positive consequences. So as negative thoughts can make you feel hopeless and discouraged and afraid and fearful and anxious and worried and doubtful, on and on and on, positive thoughts can make you feel strengthened, encouraged, hopeful. They can make you feel like you can do anything. They empower you. So before you give attention to any thought, you got to ask yourself, is this what I want to produce in my life? Do you want a negative thought producing in your life? Do you want a positive thought producing in your life? And just from there, you make the decision whether you give attention to that thought or not. So if you have that same negative thought and you reject it, you give it no attention at all, it doesn't affect you. You were feeling good before the thought came. You continue to feel good after you ignore the thought. So how do you ignore a negative thought? Well, there's some things you could do, like instead of entertaining that negative thought, express gratitude. Think of things that you're thankful for. Think of happy thoughts. Think of things that you like about your life. Think of reasons to be happy. Think of reasons to be encouraged. Think of how blessed you are. Think of how good your life is. You don't have to focus on the negative aspects of life or situations going on in life or anything. Because at any given moment, both positive and negative exist in your life and in every situation. You don't have to choose negative. You can choose positive. And if you choose positive, you will have positive results. You will have results that you want, results that you like. Positive, giving attention to positive things benefit you. And giving attention to negative things hurt you.